The show is Africa Daily. And now let's get on to AGR Good News. Yeah, stay with us. Okay.
Hi, Barry.
Hi, Epi. What are the good news today?
Well, they're good news, but not from the. They're not from the shores of Africa, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they're related to Africa. Basically, yes, they're from our own, African Americans.
Okay, the diaspora generally.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So what's happening? Tell us.
So meet the first African American in NFL history to become the president of a team.
Wow. Okay.
Well, NFL.
Yeah, that's the. Is it a
National
the
Football
national
League?
football? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, the American football. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
So we have the Washington football team, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, has appointed Jason Wright as team president.
Okay. All right.
He is the first African American in NFL history to become a team's president. In this role, Wright will be responsible for leading the organization's business divisions, including operations, finance, sales, and marketing. He will join coach Ron Rivera, who maintains all on-field responsibilities and football decisions, in reporting directly to team owner Dan Snyder. So if I could custom design a leader for this important time in our history, it would be Jason. His experience as a former player, coupled with his business acumen, gives him a perspective that is unrivaled in the league. This was said by the Washington football team owner Dan Snyder. We will not rest until we are championship caliber team, on and off the field.
Yeah.
Jason has a proven track record in helping businesses transform culturally, operationally, and financially.
Right.
He's a proactive and assertive advocate for the inclusion of all people and will set new standards for our organization and for the league.
Right.
There could not be a better duo than Jason Wright and coach Ron Rivera as we usher into a new era for Washington football.
Okay.
So Wright spent 7 years as a running back in the NFL with stops in San Francisco, Atlanta, Cleveland, and Arizona, where he was the Cardinals team captain and labor union representative during the league's 2011 lockout.
All right.
Now, upon his retirement from the gridiron, he received his MBA, graduating with high honors from the University of Chicago Booth School of Business, and building on his undergraduate studies in psychology at Northwestern University, where he was also an academic All-American and captain of the football team. He went on to global strategy and management consulting firm McKinsey & Company, where he quickly ascended to being named partner in the operations practice based in Washington, D.C. In addition to steering some of the world's most influential chief human resource officers, chief financial officers, and chief security officers to transformed environments, modernize operations, and increase business value, he spearheaded the Black Economic Institute at McKinsey, where he additionally co-piloted their anti-racism and inclusion strategy. Jason is a trustee for the Union Theological Seminary, where he helps the institution better equip students with community organizing and social entrepreneurship skills. Well, I think that's a great one.
It is actually.
When you actually look at his track record,
Yeah.
realize that there's a lot going on in there for him, and it's a great thing to have him being a president.
Oh yeah, yeah. Something you wouldn't see back in the days. Yeah,
I know,
But
when-
change is gradually taking shape.
That's the thing about he being the first.
Absolutely. There's always that thing. Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Well, we're moving to another interesting one. I told you, today nothing on the shores of Africa. Everything is.
But of course, diaspora. Yeah. I mean, one of the spaces where we reach out. Where our content, of course, has to, be also appealing to people out there. So certainly, why not? Great news from the diaspora. Let's hit it.
Innovative startup CPR Wrap, founded by black female inventor looking to save lives.
Yeah. Health, certainly.
So, approximately 356,000 hospital cardiac arrests happen in the U.S. every year, with 250,000 of those happening in the home. Now, CPR Wrap founder and CEO Felicia Jackson has created a practical and easy to use tool to help save lives if that situation arises. So, innovation medical startup CPR Wrap is thrilled to announce its national launch with founder and CEO Felicia Jackson at the helm. CPR Wrap is an all-in-one disposable CPR template that protects and guides any non-medical responder during respiratory and cardiac emergencies. CPR Wrap has an attached one-way valve mouth barrier, visual hand placement, and simple CPR instructions embossed directly on the template. So it's available in 3 different sizes for infants ages 12 months and under, children ages 1 to 8, and adults ages 8 and up. The product is $14.99 per kit, but currently on sale for $9.99. CPR Wrap kits are currently available for purchase online at www.cprwrap.com.
Okay.
So Jackson invented the CPR Wrap after a terrifying near-death event when her 2-year-old son experienced a choking incident and required CPR. At that time, Jackson was working in a hospital and certified in CPR, but the traumatic nature of the situation made her freeze. Luckily, Jackson's husband jumped into action and was able to save their son's life. But this made her realize if she could forget her training during an emergency, what about the countless people in the world that's not trained in CPR? Thus, the CPR Wrap was born.
Wow.
So, according to Jackson, I started CPR Wrap because I did not want another person to feel helpless when someone's life hung in the balance. My vision for CPR Wrap extends so far that I can no longer see where it ends. A few years ago, my life consisted of taking care of my family. Now the world is my family, and I have much work to do.
Wow.
Everyone deserves a chance to live.
Great submission.
So the CPR Wrap makes it possible for anyone to effectively perform CPR at a moment's notice and be protected while doing so. With over 20 years of medical experience in acute inpatient rehab, outpatient care, and home health care, Jackson is now applying her knowledge to make performing CPR less intimidating and accessible to everyone.
Brilliant. I mean, talk about CPR thing. I think this is something that every individual should at least learn how to do.
Do you know how to give?
Yeah, well, one would say you're, sorry to say, kissing the other person, but you're actually blowing air, you know.
Yeah, but I think that is not even just the main part about it. It's not just blowing air into a person's lungs or mouth, but also the way you put your hand
where you
on the
put
chest,
your hand to press to
pressure.
But at the same time, I think you have to blow air into the person's mouth to assist. So that's the cardiopulmonary what?
I like the way Mod is giving you fun.
Cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
Oh,
we're not doctors, but some people have actually died because of that. Because some think they are dead, but when
thing was not
done, you get some even don't actually even do it. I think once the breath stops, that's it. But I think it's a vital thing that households, at least something of that sort should be thought of course,
training
through our media. All right, beautiful one.
So that is great from Felicia Jackson.
Yeah.
And our last one. So I know Mami Abba loves to drink tea.
Yeah, I love to drink tea too. Yeah, like I'm a tea person. I mean, I can wake up in the middle of the night and start looking for.
But you don't beat her to it.
Well, I don't know how is it with her, Mommy?
Barry.
I mean, I don't know, on a scale of 1 to 10.
She drinks tea morning, afternoon. I mean, I dare to say I'm not with her at midnight, but I'm sure even midnight, if she had the chance, she'll drink tea.
She's here to speak for herself.
Right.
Yeah.
But I like tea. Tea is nice.
Yeah.
It's like you pour it in a nice glass
Mm-hmm.
and then you put a straw in it and
Mm.
it's like you can just
And bless it with a tin full of milk. Thanks to my man.
oh that is so not true.
Really?
Really.
Anyway, one day it will be evident for everyone to see. All right, so hit us up with the last one.
So black-owned company offers a tea blend for those who seek a natural approach to wellness and
Great.
other health.
Okay.
So got an ailment?
Mm-hmm.
Well, go get tea.
Go get tea. Is that the name of the company?
No, I'm
Or-
trying to so BS Wellness Teas.
Okay.
Beer.
Beer.
BEA.
BEA. Oh, okay. All right. So.
So this is made of organic herbal wellness tea blends,
Mm-hmm.
not just for your body, but
But-
for your mind and your soul.
Nice. Okay.
Good part, it's black owned
Mm-hmm.
and it's serving wellness by the cup to all.
Beautiful.
So, why tea? You know, people wonder why. I would go for tea and not coffee. I mean, yeah, you have an experience with me and coffee.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to say anything, but yeah, I have seen you. An aftermath of you taking coffee, so.
It's crazy.
Mm.
So, tea is appreciated for its good taste and soothing qualities.
Yeah.
And innumerable studies have shown its great medicinal value.
Right.
Now, the health benefits of tea include detoxifying the body,
Mm.
weight loss,
Mm.
boosting immunity and mental alertness,
Wow.
preventing heart diseases and arthritis, managing diabetes, and delaying the aging process.
Mm.
It also helps prevent hair loss, fight fatigue, depression, and it treats dental issues. Many types of tea have also been linked to lower risk of cancer.
Oh.
Mommy, I think based on these reasons, we can be drinking tea every time of the day.
No, but I think there's a specific
So the type of tea you're
type of tea
drinking.
because
yeah, so
yeah,
we'll find the right
there are
tea
medicinal
you're
ones that are
drinking.
specifically because I've
Yeah.
seen a number of these brands that this is meant for this specifically for
For that,
diabetes,
exactly.
blood pressure, arthritis, yes, and all.
fatigue, and the rest.
It's not
So
the normal one that you take with, of course, bless it with
a whole tin of milk.
Yeah,
I,
you know.
I cannot believe we're still on
Anyway,
that.
let's move away from
We
that.
still
for now.
haven't gotten over that incident. Well,
you-
Adrian Jones, the owner of Beer's Wellness Teas,
Yeah.
is a former educator turned entrepreneur. Teas have been a huge part of her healing journey.
Yeah.
Beer's Wellness Teas is as a result of her becoming severely ill in 2016
Okay.
when she was diagnosed with a viral heart condition,
Right.
rheumatoid arthritis, and an
Oh.
autoimmune thyroid condition all at once.
Okay.
After visiting many doctors with no health improvement, she took matters into her own hands. She began researching the health properties of herbs
Yeah.
and started mixing different herbs to gain as many benefits of them in one cup of tea as possible.
Oh, okay.
Well, great news. She regained her health and strength about 2 months into the herb regimen and decided that everyone should have an opportunity to experience the healing power of herbs. In 2018, Beer's Wellness Teas became a reality.
Right.
Now, according to her, everywhere I go, I find myself telling people about teas that help with whatever conditions they have. Whether they are stressed, whether they have a cold, have inflammation, skin breakouts, PMS, etc.
Yeah.
I always find myself saying, there's a tea for that.
Okay.
So her wellness tea, Beer's Wellness Tea, offers an immune system blend called Beer Well that contains elderberries, which is one of the best natural antivirals.
Yeah.
It also contains a lot of antioxidants and vitamin C, which is excellent for the immune system.
Okay.
This one has become a bestseller since COVID-19 has become the world's new reality.
Right.
Jones often tells her clients that a strong immune system is much more powerful than just wearing a mask, although she encourages everyone to continue to wear them.
Okay.
Yeah, so she also has tea for children.
All right.
Being
Wow.
a mother of 5, including a newborn, Jones keeps everyone in her home healthy to avoid the domino effect. She
Okay.
often blends different herbs together for her family to counteract any symptoms that arise. Beatrice is Jones' late grandmother who passed away at the age of 69.
Okay.
And when she was 16 years old, Grandma Beatrice succumbed to lung cancer but exhibited such amazing strength as she fought through it.
Wow. Okay.
That's what you have for the tea. So
It's great.
if you're drinking tea out there, don't just get up and drink any tea because it's tea.
Right.
You need to know what it's doing for you, what type of tea. And sometimes people wait to just go and buy the processed ones. If you know what you're dealing with, you could get the herbs, the
that
leaves.
could tackle this.
Yeah, sometimes you could even pick the leaves yourself, the moringa leaves and the rest, and then you dry them out.
Okay.
After you dry them out,
Right.
you can put them into a muslin bag,
Okay.
and then you put hot water in it.
Mm.
And one of the good ways is also to, when you're, instead of just pouring hot water on the tea, if you get the dried leaves itself, you can boil it in the kettle. When you're boiling, you can either add ginger,
Right.
lemon, or cloves, or cinnamon before you take it.
All right. Some health tip for you from Epi. You might want to consider doing that sometime. But talk about health. I like the fact that this is in because we're talking health, right?
I know.
So
and today we're looking at
especially today we're looking at herbal, homeopathy, that kind of thing. So this is related, and I love the fact that it's up. Okay, thank you, Epi, for the AGR good news. And as she stated, this is not from the continent. It's actually in the diaspora. So certainly, global Africans, global African content. We're certainly exploring that as well. 39 minutes past 1 p.m. The show is Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio. Tweet at us on Twitter at AfGlobal Radio. # The Africa Daily Show. Coming up right next is the newspaper headlines across Africa with Epi.
Headlines across Africa. Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
All right. Where are we going today?
Just take a guess. Well, we're going to Equatorial Guinea.
Right. Republic of Congo. And South Africa. Where are we going first? First of all, where are we flying to?
Well, when you look at the story happening in Equatorial Guinea, it's an interesting one. Something smells fishy, something like corruption. So
really?
I'm just saying. So I'm thinking we should start with something less corrupt.
Okay, that's fine.
So let's
right.
start with
okay,
South
so
Africa.
hit us up then. That's great. Okay.
So in South Africa, we'll be reading from the Daily Sun newspaper.
Daily Sun. Okay.
Headline is very interesting.
Really?
Zuma in court for pap guilt.
So, anyway, tell us about it. Tell us about it.
You have something on
Now,
Zuma.
I was just reflecting, going back and thinking about the past South African presidents from Nelson Mandela to Thabo Mbeki, who would be today's poem actually is by him. Yeah, Jacob Zuma, and then the present one. But then again, tell us.
Cyril Ramaphosa.
Exactly, Cyril Ramaphosa. Tell us about what's
Zuma.
happening. Yeah.
Well, the former president Jacob Zuma is expected to appear in Durban Magistrates Court today over child maintenance charges.
Okay. All right.
Not really what you'd expect to see a former president in the newspapers for.
But then again.
Well, this is after his estranged wife Thobeka Madiba dragged him to court and demanded that he maintain their child through court after their apparent fallout. Sources with Zuma in Kadela Krael said the fallout was sparked by a missing cell phone SIM card that belongs to the former president with sensitive information.
Okay.
So, independent media reported that Madiba hasn't been in Nkadala for more than 6 months after she was sent to her maternal home in the Eastern Cape. It is a traditional custom that Makoti could be sent back to her maternal family by her husband's family to be advised on how to behave.
Okay.
This happens after Makoti is accused of misbehaving or has disrespected the husband in any form.
Oh. All right.
The People's Paper has spotted protocol and officials from protection services from the presidency at the chambers of the Durban Maintenance Court section this morning. Zuma married Madiba in 2010 to be his third wife after Makulmalo and then Mantuli.
Okay.
Well, that is a story coming from the Daily Sun in South Africa.
As you said, isn't something that you would be expecting, from the former president. But then again, it's in court, so until something has been proven,
Yeah.
you can't really make your own suggestions up. Probably make your own submissions and try to bash the ex-president. Yeah.
So moving away from that,
Mm-hmm.
we're going straight to the Republic of Congo.
Okay.
And we'll be reading from the Actualite newspaper.
Okay.
And the headline says, South Kivu Highlands, about 400,000 displaced people eagerly await rescue.
All right.
So, in the humanitarians face several challenges, including insecurity and logistical difficulties. The example that sticks to the news today is the case of South Kivu. The Congo is a huge country.
Yeah.
Now, in the highlands of South Kivu, about 400,000 people are displaced. Unfortunately, it is not easy to get there. Logistical access conditions are extremely difficult. This was said by the UN Deputy Humanitarian Coordinator, Diego Zorella.
Okay.
He added that the road between Uvara and Baraka was interrupted due to the flooding of Lake Tanganyika. The rains of March and April did not help. There is also the safety of humanitarian personnel in crisis areas.
All right.
So the first victims are Congolese aid workers. Last year, in the response to Ebola, there were dozens of Congolese who lost their lives because of their proximity to Ebola.
Okay.
We have to work safely. Sometimes we are the target of attacks. This is unacceptable, he added.
Okay.
According to the World Health Organization, more than 10,000 health workers in 40 countries have reported such infections have been infected with COVID-19 to date, illustrating the challenges facing frontline medical personnel. In Congo, the same concern can be felt in the fight against the Ebola epidemic. In the province of Ecuador, the cumulative confirmed or probable cases among health workers is 3 to 2 confirmed and then 1 probable. So, let's say 3 people, you can confirm that 2 people would have it.
Right.
Well, that is a story coming from the Actualite newspaper.
Okay.
And finally, for something that I decided to leave for the last.
Republic of Congo.
No.
Oh, sorry. Equatorial Guinea.
Definitely.
Save the best for the last, isn't it?
I wouldn't really say save the best. Interesting things happening there.
All right. Okay, tell us about it.
We're reading from the Diaro Rombe newspaper
Okay.
in Equatorial Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
And the headline says 6 tax inspectors used a fictitious company to collect 172,500,000 safer francs commissioned to BGFI Bank. So now a quick conversion of that.
Okay.
So that simply translates to $312,956.
That's huge. And these are tax inspectors.
Yes, they actually took the money using a fictitious company.
Oh my God.
A company that doesn't necessarily exist. But then you create it to exist, and then you channel funds
to it
from public coffers
My
through that
goodness.
in a way to be able to disperse it in other cities.
And these are the ones supposed to be the ones responsible for generating revenue for the country. For collecting, rather.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
So, in recent weeks, Equatorial Guinea Public Television is advertising the dismantling of an organized band created in the general treasury of the state that diverted more than 1 billion safer francs in ringing effects. Authorities seized a total of 303,593,500 safer francs.
Right. Okay.
It consists of more than 14 senior officials close to the Secretary General of the state, Milagrosa Obono Angue, one of the personalities of the regime who keeps sensitive information about the dictator's family. The band would begin its activities in 2015 when the vault was moved. containing the ringing effects of the state from an old headquarters to the new one. Responsibility, according to the regime authorities that they now seem unaware, was in the Kajera General of State, the Auditor General, and the Treasurer Payer General, Ismail Ifwa Mbana Makina. The latter has been released by his brother-in-law Alberto Obiang Lina, son of the Equatorial Guinea dictator, and others have been transferred to the dangerous Malabo jail, Black Beach.
Okay.
So among those arrested, many of them former officials of the General Treasury of the state, and they are accused of crimes of theft, forgery of public documents, and misappropriation that carry prison sentences from the age of 6 to 12 years. Malabo's first indictment, Judge Number 2, Oscar Boseko Eneso, a well-known judge serving the interest of the regime, will instruct the alleged investigation that could end with precautionary measures such as release after he has paid a bond.
All right.
So the Secretary of State for Taxes and Contributions, Antonio Ngwa Imba Ngweme, formed in his department an organized band of tax inspectors whose mission has been to charge safer franc millions to the Gabonese bank BGFI Bank. For now, it is not known whether they would have been used the same modus operandi in other operations that the Equatorial Guinean authorities have preferred to archive. So, Diarra Rombe has had access to a corruption scandal that the Equatorial Guinean authorities seek to silence because high members of the dictator's family are involved. I believe the use of dictator here is talking about the president, of the state.
Yeah.
So, this is the Secretary of State in charge of taxes and contributions, Antonio Ngwa Imba Eyang, better known as Little, son of the late brother of the dictator Antonio Mba Ngweme Miku. In life, Captain General of the Armed Forces and Minister of State to the Presidency of the Republic. Now, the resolution, which was signed on 25th May 2020 by the Minister Delegate of Finance, Economy and Planning, Montserrat Afang Ondo, daughter of the dictator's brother Amegol Ondo Ngweme, was assessed by Diarra Rombe, and it reveals a corruption case orchestrated by the cabinet of the Secretary of State in charge of taxes and contributions, Antonio Ngwa Mba Eyang. So, the purpose of the credential, as recorded in the document, was to carry out a series of checks and investigations for the 2018 financial year at the different financial institutions and companies in Mbalabo. The verification commission that constituted Antonio Mba Ngweme Miku closed the Tax Inspectorate Banco, which is BGFI Bank, on 30th March 2020, sanctioning it to pay a tax debt of 250,023,195 CFA francs in favor of the public treasury of Equatorial Guinea. In parallel with the payments made in favor of the treasury, the Gabonese financial institution BGFI Bank made a cash payment of 172,500,000 CFA francs in favor of the company. This is disturbing.
Yeah.
It's disturbing, and it's disturbing that it happened in the first place.
Yeah.
But it's good because it's been uncovered. I just want to believe that investigations that have begun will be carried out to a successful end.
Yeah.
And then these people that it seems that there are a lot of high-profile personalities in there, and they will be brought to the book.
Absolutely.
Their positions will not influence in any way the direction
that is
of
what
the investigation.
it shouldn't be, actually. It should never be, an influence, on the investigations, because I want to believe an independent body would be doing that. Yeah.
You see, when we consider the fact that we've had these people who have always directed the course of actions when it comes to these cases, it's a bit difficult. Because if you look at the people really involved, it's not just one high-profile person. It's like a network of them cocooned around power.
Yeah.
So we just hope that the investigations will be handled by an independent
and transparent
body.
as well.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, that brings us to the end of headlines across
I just
Africa.
wonder why the paper keep referring to the president as the dictator the president, the dictator. It sends some kind of, message out there.
Yeah, one thing I've realized with doing headlines across Africa is you realize that in every country, they have a different type of press, a press style,
Yeah.
a journalism style standard. Most of these countries, you
Yeah.
have news, or you have news sources
Yeah.
or press houses that are not in agreement with what is happening in the country. So some of them speak out.
They have their own
bluntly.
language of speaking, yeah?
Yes, they speak
So
out bluntly
the
about
dictator,
the corruption.
really? Anyway, thank you very much, Epi, for the newspaper headlines across Africa. Now let's get on to the next bit, and it is trends on social media.
What's trending?
What's trending?
What is true?
What's trending?
Yeah,
Interesting things.
Celia. That's something I've seen before.
Where did you see
It has to do with the album of Angelique Kidjo. Actually, yeah. Her current album, the one that was nominated, that won the Grammy, along the one that she was competing with Burna Boy, very tight.
Really?
Yeah, the title of that album is Celia. So I was wondering if it has anything to
If
do
it
with
has
that.
anything to do with this.
Yeah.
Well, should I say I wish it did?
Okay, so yeah, it means it has nothing to do with it. So what's the Celia here?
Well, this is trending basically from Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, and it has to do with Tiwa Savage.
Okay.
Mamiaba is already dancing.
I wonder.
So
Wow.
it's like she's released a new album.
Oh.
I'm saying it's like she's released a new album, but you see, when it comes
okay,
to
let the guru
entertainment-
let the guru
Just let me
speak.
finish. When
The
it comes to
The guru.
my goodness, you guys. When
Okay.
it comes to entertainment,
Yeah.
I'm not the best person you'd have to talk to. So I'm literally going to leave the whole entertainment sector
Yeah.
onto the crown,
Uh-huh.
onto the plate,
Yep.
and the threshold.
It's okay. The
of the
accolades
Queen
is
of
fine before she falls down.
Entertainment I don't think she's gonna fall down.
Okay,
So please, shall we
so-
drum roll for the Queen of Entertainment
Now,
in the house?
Well, we'll do that
Mamiaba
afterwards.
Amwamenta,
We'll do that afterwards.
As
Yeah.
as she brings us what's happening on Celia.
Celia.
Miss Maud?
So Celia.
So Celia.
Oh, Celia rather.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
so
is- this one is
I'm busy
Celia.
calling the Angelique Kidjo's on I
Yeah,
believe,
this is
yeah.
Celia.
Celia. Okay.
And it's the name of a new album that
Mm.
Tiwa Savage is going to release this month.
Ah, right.
Yeah, it's a 12-track album.
Mm.
And then she has features with Stefflon Don is on it,
Oh,
Sam Smith is on it,
Okay.
Davido is on it,
Mm.
Naira Marley is on it. So
Mm.
you can imagine.
oh.
It's a bomb.
Any single out is Korobo. Is
Koroba is out.
Koroba-
Yeah,
Koroba
is
rather.
off that
Oh,
album.
Koroba is
And
great.
then Dangerous Love as well.
okay. All
Yeah,
right.
So
All right.
Dangerous Love is
Beautiful.
on the album as well.
So yeah, Celia, and then Angelique Kidjo, Celia. Beautiful. Thank you very much, mommy. The next hashtag is more of a sentence.
I was completely thrilled. I was
Tropical
like,
house
whoa.
cruises to Jamaica.
So, well, I saw this was really trending from our base Ghana.
Yeah.
And I realized it had something to do with Shatawale.
Okay, really? All right. So,
The
So-
dancehall king.
well,
Are
if
you
it's-
are
if-
you
if-
are you
dancehall
awarding?
king in
are
is
you-
the
it-
whole Ghana?
well, that's per his own assessment of himself.
Yeah, so
Are
the
you
dancehall king in the whole
His own
Ghana.
assessment of himself. He sees himself
sing the
as
song?
the dancehall king. All
So
right.
songs of Shatawale.
Well, basically they said so it's actually trending on Billboard,
Okay.
and people are attributing it to Shatawale.
Okay.
I'm still trying to make the link between the two, but they're trying to say that he's actually he's found a way to make it trend. I mean, it's really being
I mean,
streamed
Mhm.
on Billboard.
okay.
So I'm still yet to get the settled connection, but it's one thing that is driving people crazy here. And the mere fact that it's bringing about dancehall king in the whole picture.
That's the thing, because I mean, dancehall, we have a number of artists in Ghana. Not too much, but I mean, the ones we have actually doing great. Yeah. Okay, so Tropical House cruises to Jamaica. I wonder which one is the house. Is it a record label, or the entire house literally is cruising to Jamaica on a cruise ship?
I would leave that in the plate of the entertainment
Right.
queen.
Well, we'll look at that. Possibly, maybe we get a bit of that. Maybe tomorrow on what's new or what's on. Thank you very much, Epi, for the trends on social media. Follow us on Facebook, Africa Global Radio, on Twitter and Instagram, Af Global Radio. Hashtag us, hashtag the Africa Daily Show.